You take a look at the Knicks. This is such a pivotal game. If they win tonight, they hold a decided advantage. But if they lose, this thing could go 7.
It really could. And I think that's what coach has been trying to drill into his players' heads. We've already lost once to this team. Don't underestimate them and allow them to start believing in themselves.
Now, New York starting 5. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the power forward position. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this guy is exceptional from the charity stripe. You want a guy like Karl Anthony Towns who can knock these down as a big.
Now DeSumo to the wing, right side. Three-pointer, Buzelis. First shot won't go.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Count it.
Generously listed as 6'1", Jalen Brunson knows his way around the inside and painted area. Look out.
Here's Buzelis. Fires from deep. The rebound by Bridges.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's good. 2 points.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's DeSumo. There's the drive. On easy 2 on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
White against Bridges. DeSumo outside. Pass to Giddey. Puts the move on. Robinson with the block.
Rim protection at its finest. Mitchell Robinson, such a presence.
That one's good for 2. Brunson's got 6 points.
They're really working the paint now.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. DeSumo on the wing. Anunoby covering. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And let's take a look at who's been lights out from beyond the arc in this year's playoffs. You look at DeSumo, just an outstanding shooter. He's currently 5th in the league in three-point percentage.
Some guys thrive on the postseason pressure. He's been an unbelievable floor spacer for them.
And Brunson, here we go. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. DeSumo, pass to White. Here's Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Giddey. Just 5 on the clock. Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. From deep, Giddey. That shot is off. Nice D from Bridges. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders, and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. The Knicks making a switch here. Hart's checked in. New York on D. And it's Giddey missing. Back to Brunson. DeSumo with it. And it's Brunson picking him up. And the basket by DeSumo. DeSumo's gotten his second bucket.
You know, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Brunson passes to Towns. Outside Brunson. From outside the arc. Chicago with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
No problems knocking that one down.
Now this is going to help Josh Giddey's game. Boy, the confidence will rise if he can make these catch and shoot opportunities.
Brunson surveys. Up top Robinson. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by White.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Dosunmu. Outside Giddey. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Herder comes in for Dosunmu. There's 1:40 left now in the first quarter. Brunson with it. Give him 8. High post Towns. Count the basket. Towns has got his second basket of the night.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Outside White. It's Herder on the wing. Smith outside. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Chicago.
They closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Now here's Towns. He's got 5. Stolen by Giddey. Pass to Herder. Back to Giddey. Towns against Smith. It's Vucevic. High post. Just 4 to shoot. Fades. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Robinson. Now here's Brunson. And he drives in. And a hand on it.
Really nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Herder against Bridges. And here's Herder. 4-3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the New York Knicks. 8 points in the quarter. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Trey Jones is out there with Kevin Herder. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Phillips in at the small forward position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Jones' shot is good.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Clarkson. And he lays it up and in. Clarkson's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson has made some tough twos in his career, and he does so there.
Outside Jones. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
McBride. Chicago with a rebound. Here's Phillips. No points yet. To the inside. Smith passes to Collins. Here's Phillips. He's guarded by Bridges. Chicago passing it around. Jones from outside. Great D that time from McBride. For New York, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. To the paint. Here's Hart. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Jalen Smith.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
For Chicago, whose Ellis is checked in for Smith, Dosunmu comes in for Phillips, and Giddey subbed in for Jones. New York also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Hukporti, and it's Anunoby in for Clarkson. And he can't get the first one.
Guys, when you talk about Josh Hart, he is putting himself in the conversation for one of the best rebounding guards we've ever seen.
Second free throw, no good. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. Dosunmu can't hit. Now McBride. Pass to Hart. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Carl Anthony.
Here's Giddey. Lays it up and banks it in. Giddey's got 7 points in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Towns, a screen on Giddey. Kicks it out, Towns. Giddey with a defensive effort.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Collins a screen. And it's Giddey missing. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning. Oh! Throw it down!
Can you say elevation?
Well, Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism, some big-time hops.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. A shot from the mid-range. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Hart from long range hits the trifecta. Hart's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Page here. For Chicago, Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins, and it's Kobe White in for Herter. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. DeSumo outside. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it. Clarkson's checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Bridges.
Jalen Brunson.
New York leading by 7. Outside Brunson. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Vucevic. No points so far. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, Vucevic has got a number of moves he can go to. So comfortable this close to the cup.
Towns outside from behind the arc. Chicago with a rebound. DeSumo outside. Outside Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Towns on a screen. Brunson passes to Towns. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to McBride. There's a screen. Outside Brunson. Now here's Towns. Covered by Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Towns. No good. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Tremendous burst from Josh Giddey on the drive. Just turns up the intensity.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Anunoby's got his first bucket in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Moose Ellis. Yep, count it.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And New York has possession. They've led by as many as 11. Brunson with it. Give him 8. Pass to Anunoby. On the wing, Clarkson. Now here's Brunson. Over Giddey. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
Woo! That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score in the half court.
Checking out the circumstances for... Glad you could join us.
we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
And if he felt any pressure coming into this game, he sure hasn't shown it. What a sensational start.
Boy, he has been locked in, all about business, just going out there and doing what he does best.
Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. We've got Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. White for 3, and it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Robinson. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Robinson's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Mitchell Robinson's field goal percentage is high, and the reason is these are the kinds of looks he creates.
Pass to Vucevic. With the 10-footer, and that one hits the back iron.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Brunson passes to Towns. Takes a 3. Yes, sir! Brunson for 3.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Oh, Robinson with a block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
McBride, he's checked in for Bridges. New York leading by 9. Outside Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Double team on Towns. Here's McBride. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And looking at these playoffs so far, here are some of the players who have been distributing the ball the best. Number 1, Jalen Brunson. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Back to Vucevic. Buries it down low. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Brunson passes to Robinson. Vucevic with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. White for 3. Counted from distance. And now it's just a 4-point New York lead.
Off the catch, White has a very quick release.
Outside Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Towns outside. 6 on the shot clock. Double team on Towns. And we're going to have a jump ball. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Lets it go. Robinson can't hit. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this 3rd quarter. The fadeaway. And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Jones, he's checked in for Chicago.
For Chicago, number 30,
Jones against Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
Inside, here's White. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Into the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
The Bulls trail by 6. Now here's Jones. He's got 6. And And the layup falls. Jones has got a
high percentage look. You can't ask for much more than that.
Downs a screen on Jones. The teardrop. Cat doing what he does.
That is Jalen Brunson showing you how to operate as the ball handler in pick and roll. What a pretty assist.
Let's check in with Allie LaForce now. She's got an injury update on Mikal Bridges.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Knicks about his status. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. And from the sound of it, nothing to play with, but guys, nevertheless, seems like he's planning to give it a go. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the update. Good to get that information.
That's so true, but it is also what we expect to happen. It is part of every professional sports league. In the NBA, the schedule's obviously a grind. Injuries happen, but we hear this all the time. It's next man up. Somebody's injury could be an opportunity for somebody to get minutes and do something with those minutes.
Here's Brunson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Martin with screen on Jones. Outside Brunson. Three-pointer. New York, no good that time either. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones with the ball, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. The three, Smith. It's rebounded by New York.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Berger from long range connects from downtown.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. It's the Knicks. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Zach Collins out there with Smith. Then it's Trey Jones. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Herder in a small forward. So that's the five in the game for Chicago.
Now, the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size. That is Josh Hart.
Here's Jones. Clarkson grabs a miss.
Ooh, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
It's Hart on the wing. Outside. Here's Clarkson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one's on Zach Collins.
Jordan Clarkson tends to draw a lot of contact. If you look at his career, he doesn't end up at the free throw line as often as you'd think.
Shamet, he's checked in for New York.
And really strong at the line since the break.
And then it's Collins with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Clarkson against Giddey. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Herder. Pass to Jones. And here's Giddey. Clock at 6. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Collins. Giddey, no good on the free throw.
When you look at Josh Giddey's overall skill set and combine that with the 6'8" size and the point guard mindset that he has, he is special. The playmaking, the willingness to score it in tough spots. This guy has got a bright future.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Offline with a 3. The Bulls trail by 9. Here's Giddey. The open shot by Herder. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds in the game. And that one's good. Giddey.
Great to see Josh Giddey attacking like this. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal when you are shooting lights out.
Chicago making some changes. Ellis is checked in for Smith. The Sumu comes in for Herder. And it's White in for Jones. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Shamet. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Count it.
Folks, look out, because Jalen Brunson has caught his rhythm on the offensive end, and that typically means a long night for your opponent.
Vucevic, a screen on Bridges to the paint. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Brunson penetrating. He got it.
Folks, that is about Jalen Brunson's craftiness there. His footwork, the ability to be elusive.
The Bulls trail by 12. Here's Vucevic. Puts it up from 12. Oh, it's off.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And here's White. Vucevic in the post. Robinson defending. Oh, Robinson with a block. Outside Brunson. Ananobi jams it home.
The vertical of OG Ananobi. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Now White. Giddey outside. Here's Buzelis. He's covered by Hart. Tipped. Robinson with a steal. Both hands there for a little extra.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Vucevic.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
And that one falls for Vucevic. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. Herder comes in for Dosunmu. Carter, he's checked in for White. And it's Trey Jones in for Giddey. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. McCourty's checked in for Robinson. Beasley comes in for Ananobi. Clarkson's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Shamet in for Brunson. Jones. Hart with a rebound. New York leading by 17.
And with time running down here in Game 4, we've got to give credit to what a terrific performance it's been for the Knicks.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
Clarkson outside. Here's Shamet. Beasley! Oh, off target from downtown. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jones. Yes, sir!
From Devon Carter.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Jones rips down the board. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. And with this win, they'll jump out to a 3-1.
Can we still